Traders are hanging tight with wild moves in the market. Let's bring in Tim Biggam of Delta Derivatives. And Tim, the market broke through some support levels this week.
We shall see, Angie. Certainly broke support on the S&P 500. NASDAQ looking like it may break support as well. We have the Fed meeting coming up next week. I think that will ultimately lead the direction here. Oil prices, just continue to head to the upside, although at some point I think we'll see a pretty severe pullback in oil. So I kind of like selling out of the money puts here, because implied volatility is at the highest by far we've seen all year. To position to be a buyer on the next dip lower, I'm getting paid a lot more than certainly a few months ago for putting that trade on.
Russian President Putin is threatening $300 per barrel on oil. What will that mean to the market as many companies rely on oil to operate?
I think if you look back to the last time oil was up here, it's actually trading back then as well. In 2008, the headlines all hinted at $200 a barrel, oil almost being imminent. That didn't play out. I think the same thing here will happen as well. A lot of job warning. Certainly, Russia likes the fact that oil prices are higher. They're the third biggest oil producer in the world. But demand destruction happens with oil. We'll find some supply. Certainly, demand will lessen. So at some point, I think, again, we're going to have that big down day in oil. How high it goes before it happens is anyone's guess. But $200 even, I think, will be difficult, let alone $300.
Tim, what's your trade of the day?
Yeah, looking at a way to kind of play oil in a roundabout way with the airline stocks. Those have been hit hard on higher oil prices, certainly, with less discretionary income and higher fuel costs. But we've seen big repeat call buying, especially in Delta Air, which has a little less international exposure. Implied volatility on these calls are buying the April 36 calls in size here. So I'm jumping in, buying the stock, selling those very expensive now calls to position bullishly with that call buying, but also capturing some really rich option premium along the way.
Getting bearish on oil, but bullish on an airline. Thank you, Tim.
You bet, anytime, Ange. Take care.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.